What's up, guys? Welcome to Triple Threat Talks. I'm Chris. This is Jen. And tonight we are going to be talking about something entirely different. I know we've been discussing the Kohberger case and the Idaho case and the Anna Walsh case, but tonight we're going to be discussing an older case that I actually hadn't even heard of until Jen started watching and researching it, but the Murdaugh case.
Look, I have a lot of opinions and theories on it. I'm going to say that because do I think his snot dribbling out of his nose, Alec Murdaugh, in court? I don't know if you saw the videos on TikTok. Have you?
I've seen a few. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to send you one. He's like, and there's just snot like coming out of his nose. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't watch this. Why are there so many murders over the years related to his family?
Did he have a son that was just like murdered or something, or like faked
He
a
just
suicide
murdered,
or something?
well, allegedly.
Oh, that
He
is
just
the same
murdered his
people?
son
Okay.
and his wife.
Oh.
Yes. Yep. Let's just go down the line, not in any particular order, right? They had a housekeeper/nanny. Paul was so close to this nanny that she basically helped raise Paul. Allegedly fell down the steps at their house in the front yard. Why? Because their dogs were running through her and she fell. Well, she had broken ribs, a really bad concussion. She ended up dying days later.
Jeez.
The crazy part is that Alec Murdaugh decided he was going to sue himself. So let's say that, I go to your house and your dog bites me. I could sue you, right?
Yeah.
So since this crime happened at his house, he sued himself and said, well, I'm going to help out our family. That's why I'm doing that. I'm suing myself because of that.
I didn't know you could sue yourself.
Me neither. Everybody believes they have major ties. Another thing is his son Buster. Okay, I am not one to talk, but Buster.
That's like his actual legal first name.
Oh yes,
sounds like something you'd name a pet. Does not sound like a human name.
Literally, it's like a suggestion that one of my kids would say, "What about Buster?" I'm saying that's stupid. Anyway. We're not doing that.
Pretty bad first name, yeah.
Busta was allegedly involved in a homosexual relationship with a guy. This kid, really, was found dead on a highway where nothing like that happens. And they couldn't find anything else out about it. The family couldn't, besides rumors that are occurring. So detectives are calling people that are close with the kid that had passed away saying, do you know anything? Do you know any rumors that may be going around? They said, well, we just know rumors. They said, at this point, we just want to know what you're hearing. Let us know what you're hearing, because this is at like a standstill. We don't know any more information. Multiple people stated that Buster and this kid that passed away were involved with each other, allegedly. He was going to come out to his family with Buster, but it's all hearsay, right? And then all of a sudden, this case on how he died and how Buster is involved turns into, let's make sure that Buster and the Murdaughs are, however you say it, are cleared. They're fine. Like, they're not guilty. It just turned into a cold case on his end. And how do we clear the rest of the family? So you're like, okay, wow, that's 2 murders that happened. And that's very weird. Or we're not even going to call it murders, like 2 investigations. Well, the other son, Paul, that just passed away, and his dad is standing trial because they're saying that he murdered Paul and his wife, Paul's mother, Buster's mother. They decided to go to this oyster fest sort of thing. I don't know. They go eat like a ton of seafood, and they said, why don't we all drive there by boat? And some of the kids that were with them, friends of Paul, said, no, let's just drive. And they said, we're going to be way too up. Nobody's going to pull us over by boat. Let's just go on the boat. Paul knows the area. We'll be fine.
Right.
They get on the boat, go. On the way back, Paul starts acting crazy. He is effed up. He said, we're pulling over and we're going to a bar. And they said, no, like, we're not going to a bar. We're going home. He said, no, we're going to do what I want to do. We're going to a bar. They all go in. They're drunk. They're having a good time. He's coming out. You could clearly tell he is effed up out of his mind in the video surveillance footage. They get into the boat. They start driving. He's acting insane. His girlfriend is like, hello, please, like, pleading with him, chill the F out, like, da-da-da. He slaps her in the face.
Oh my God. The hell?
In front of everybody.
Paul is doing this.
Yes, Paul is doing this. The whole time, has his hand on the throttle and he's driving, but he's letting go of it. Hits into this little bridge and 2 people go flying out of the boat.
Oh no.
One of them came up. The female did not. They couldn't find her. So everybody was injured on the boat. And her boyfriend that was on the boat, and they finally get to the side, rescue teams come, get them off the thing. They bring all of them into the hospital because they're all injured. Paul was only concerned about contacting his grandfather or his dad, asking people for their cell phone so he could contact them. Why? Because they always covered up for him before. The female who passed away that was found days and days later, her family kept trying to go over there and say, we want to see where she was left, like where the accident happened. We want to go. We want to see where the boating accident happened. Please. The police wouldn't let them. But you know who they let go over there?
Paul's dad.
Yep.
Grandpa.
And the wife that just passed away about a year ago gets in the back of the vehicle and tells her family, the female that passed away, Miss Beach, what are you going to do if we just don't find her? Who says that?
No kidding. Like, really?
This is just like a recap, you guys, honestly, because there is so much more that goes into this. But we're going to fast forward to Paul and his mother being shot and killed on Alec Murdaugh's property. So how many murders are really connected to this case, Chris? Like, come on.
I mean,
not even a case, like multiple cases.
They sound like a mafia family almost.
Actually.
They really do.
High power.
Yeah, like a Las Vegas casino heiress family,
Literally. What is going on? The mom and Paul get shot and killed. So the only person that last saw him there was Alec Murdaugh. He's the one that found them, called the police, and that's why he's in trial right now. After that happened, Alec Murdaugh gets supposedly shot in the head, but he's able to call police on his own.
Oh, well, alrighty then. How's that possible?
I was shot in the head and blah, blah, blah. Well, further investigating into this, they find out when they asked him if he was alone, he said, yeah, I was on the side of the road. I was changing my tire. He wasn't alone. He was with a client. He said, yeah, I mean, it was all planned. For sure. He told me to shoot him in the head. I mean, come on.
I can't believe that he actually did it.
They were trying to get, Alec Murdaugh was trying to get a really nice life insurance policy for Buster. Okay. Probably to pay him off. That's just a speculation on my end. To pay him off because he knows so much information. So here, I'll set you up with all this money.
Yeah.
Please don't talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just, whatever. It'll be
Right.
fine. This whole entire family is such scammers, honestly. And I hate to say that. And rest in peace, I guess, to the ones that passed away. But also, no, if you knew something or if you did something, this is just karma coming back tenfold for each and every one of these individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Alec Murdaugh is on or Alex Murdaugh. I think he calls himself Alec, but I mean, I'm not going to respect his name. He is on trial for his son and wife's murder. And I'm sure they're trying to say, well, it was a setup.
Son as in Buster?
No, Buster is the only one that's alive, as well as his dad. His dad, Alec, the one that had the whole life insurance policy thing
Paul.
set up.
He killed Paul and the wife.
He killed Paul and the mom.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So now he's standing trial for their murders. And it's like,
is he pleading innocence?
Yes.
Oh, so he had nothing to do with it at all?
He's saying, I didn't have anything to do with it. But he also got on the stand and said, I did lie about being in the same vicinity of where they were because I didn't want investigators to look at me.
He's stupid. I'm so curious. I want to know what all the motives are. I want to know, why would you
life insurance policies, and they were in major money trouble. They were in
that's what I needed. I was like, life insurance is fine, but like, what for? Why?
Everybody says that the family is in cahoots with the entire law enforcement agency.
Hey, I like hearing that, because I'm really tired of hearing the family in question has awesome connections with law enforcement.
Right.
That's what you normally hear.
And like, I mean, okay. One of the things that was crazy was Paul and his girlfriend that was in the boat at the time of the accident. They were driving. He was really drunk. Apparently he had a really bad alcohol problem prior to even being of age. And he was driving and she said, let me drive. He's like, no, da-da-da. He was driving, started going crazy, lost control, flipped the truck over on the side of the road. And he called his grandpa and his dad. They came and he had guns in the vehicle. They took all the guns out and she said, well, we have to call 911. They said, no, we're not. So it's not even, I guess, murders or it's not even people passing away very close to them. That's a question. It's how many things were covered up prior to that. And now these people are speaking out. But could you imagine speaking out?
At this point? Yeah, but in the beginning, I could see why maybe nobody did.
But the case is not solid.
Well, yeah, because what if he didn't do it? What if it was someone on that boat and Paul's mom was just like collateral? I'm gonna have to dive into it and see.
You're going to have to, because what I'm telling you is wild.
It sounds ridiculous. I do remember like when they had arrested him, because I remember the attempted unaliving, and then, or that's what they made it seem like, was that he had tried to unalive himself and then failed. And then he got arrested, but I didn't know that the son and the wife had been murdered.
Yes. And then the housekeeper. And then
the nanny, yeah.
The nanny.
Buster's boyfriend, yeah.
All kind of stuff. Wow. I mean, come on. Allegedly Buster's boyfriend.
Yeah.
But hello.
But it sounds like they thought they were pretty powerful. Like they thought, but
they thought, but they also probably still somewhat are. I mean, money makes the world go round.
Well, and I'm sure some people can relatives.
Be bought.
A lot of people. This is just like, literally, it's just like Brian Walsh. I'm telling you, that's why he killed his wife was because she had that big fat life insurance policy that he had out on her. And she probably also had one for herself with him as the beneficiary. And he had to pay those fines and wanted a quick way out. So he killed her.
Makes me sick.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that individuals can really think this way and say, you know how we could get away with this?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Do you have no empathy? Do you have no morals? Do you have nothing? And then when you see him standing trial right now with his his wife and son were murdered and they're questioning him while they're asking him stuff, he's like this and he's like, no, I am not. And he's shaking his head, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Like body language 101.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it just makes you think, how is the system?
Well,
How far will it go?
Pretty far before anybody's held accountable, obviously, if everything is related in his case.
And I'm tired of these small town deals where, well, it's just such a small town and like nobody really sees this kind of stuff over there. So okay.
Yeah, nobody expects to see it anywhere, no matter where we live.
Same thing with Musco. It's a small town, Okay. Let's still see it through.
Yeah, doesn't mean it can't happen. Mm-hmm.
How many lives could have been saved if it would have been saw through in the very beginning, in the very first place?
Mm-hmm. This kind of reminds me of this show we're watching called Poker Face. I think it's on Hulu. It's about like this, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like a casino mob family, and they're like this, just like super conniving,
Connected, conniving,
highly connected,
controlling, and
sick.
Anybody could do it, but I don't know. But
I'm sure he'll go to jail. He probably will, and he'll probably end his life in there somehow. Because just based on everything you've told me so far, he seems like he'd probably be willing to do anything. And once he loses and knows that he's lost,
be able to handle it.
Nope.
You guys, we have way more coming. We have a guest that's going to be on this next week. We're really excited about it. Tell us what y'all think about the murders. The Alex Murdaughs with Busta.
If you don't leave that in there, I'm be so
and tell us what you feel. But we're now on what? Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Samsung Podcast,
Apple Podcasts,
I don't know. All the bitch. Y'all better go subscribe, and we love you guys. And Chris is having bad weather come tonight, so we're signing off a little bit early. So we're gonna send our prayers.
Thank you. I need
positive vibes.
All the zen.
Even though when you guys are listening, it will be over and she will be fine. But we love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. That was annoying. No. Oh, you were annoying with me. Okay. We love you guys. Good night or good morning.
Oh, shit. What is it? Evening. It's evening for us. Good evening.
That's
how you start, though. Yeah. You can't end with good evening. Do you ever think about that randomly? You can't end with good evening. It's only a starting time.
You also, here's my thing that I'm pissed off about, actually. Why the do I have to wait to wish you a Merry Christmas until a couple days before December 25th? I can't say it in June? For what? I want you to have Christmas. What does it matter that it's 6
What if I don't? Yeah. What
away?
If I don't talk to you anymore? What if I don't talk to you again until then?
Not even that. I'll see you. I'll see you on Christmas. I'm just saying. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
It's true.
Okay. And
holidays all around. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you guys. Good night.
Bye.